Check. Check. That mic sounds good. I miss it. Miss it, B.
Yeah.
Word up. Like, you know. It's been a minute. Gotta stay sharp. And shout out to all my barbers and shout out to all my stylists. We are Beards and Baldheads, your host Fat Lace. I got the Soul Survivor Barry in the building. We got the buckets going. You winning the bucket game. You winning in that bucket game, B. The bucket looking good right there. Yo, hold up. I noticed the one. I want to say I saw on TV because, you know, the internet's like TV.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I saw you on TV with that on, B. I like that right there. Word up, B. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man.
It's been a minute. You know, it's summer. I'm not one of them who try to rush and say, yo, my summer almost over. I don't.
Yeah, you got a month, I guess.
I'm appreciating every hot day. Even the ones that got us sweating in our toes, I'm appreciating every single hot day. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, first off. If y'all didn't know, I ain't put the picture up today. Next week, I'm debuting the picture because I got Soup on the other side, always hold it down. I got a special picture, B.
Oh, yeah?
Because you know it's 50 years of hip-hop.
Uh-oh.
B, we was holding it down. We was holding it down for the Beards and Baldheads team.
Mm-hmm.
The whole man. If y'all want to be at a spectacular event, anytime you see BKS1 Radio, if y'all see that attached to the event, it's gonna be a super dope, spectacular event. We haven't been here since the 3rd, so it's a lot of people that ain't see our face since the 3rd. So we gotta double back, talk about some of the accomplishments, some of the feats, some of the dope things we've been doing, and we were with the team and we was holding it down. Shout out to Toya, shout out to Ghost, shout out to Soup, shout out to the General, shout out to Ev, shout out to Smooth P, DJ Sandy B, the whole team. I know I'm missing somebody. Shout out to Toya's daughter-in-law, who was everybody, Rachel, everybody who was in attendance. The mayor. Shout out to the mayor. And everybody, all the city workers. Because it was a dope event. 4th of July got washed out. Then we had it on the 5th and it was rocking. It felt like hip hop. All the DJs got busy. We got the interviews. And back to Soup, I got a picture with Miss Jones and Soup.
Find the train station. Yeah, it was dope.
Yo, somebody gonna get mad. Soup, you ever see Soup Osman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like he could fight. He looked like the one who won the fight. I don't know. You say what? Yo, he looked like the one who won the fight, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know if I want to post it. I was smiling too hard. I don't know if Miss Jones single, but I'm like, man, we had a dope time, B.
Yeah, yo.
We had a dope time. Peace to all the artists that were there, all the DJs, everyone that got on it. It's too many for me to just name right now. We're gonna have the footage coming up soon. We definitely got some great footage. If y'all do have some footage that on your own cameras, man, shoot it to me. Shoot it to B. Shoot it to @FatLace on Instagram. Shoot it to the General, DJ Storm Norm on Instagram. Can they shoot it to you, B?
Yeah.
Cause B, cause that was the day you took your page off private.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was on.
You didn't even know it was on private. I was like,
Jay was like, I can't get your stuff. I'm like, I'm sending it to you. Like, I can't get it. Like, oh.
It was a super.
I don't hardly post on there at all.
It was a special day. Had so much fun. Came out nice and smooth. who else? Nice Smooth B. Chuck Chill Out. Smooth B was salute to Smooth B.
Yeah.
He is everything you're supposed to be when you are in that light. When you give to the people, when like who was it? Andre 3000 said, he said, if you don't move your feet, then we don't eat. So we like that connect. It's like, yo, it's a give and take thing. I'll do this artwork for the audience to appreciate. And he was just such a humble guy and for the people, man. Shout out to Smooth B. Shout out to Greg Nice too. And shout out to who else? Melly Mel, Scorpio. I couldn't believe how dope their show was.
Yeah.
Their show was, if y'all see them on a bill for anything, it's nothing but hip hop shows celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Yo, Melly Mel and Scorpio put on a magnificent show. How did you feel that day, B?
No, they was rocking. I was like, I never thought I'd get the chance to really watch them live.
No doubt.
It's just something I never thought that I would see, especially in Plainfield, downtown, no less. So, yeah, the whole experience was like made your town look pretty good.
It did, and so y'all held it down. Y'all did an excellent job. I gotta say that. What button did I press wrong? I hate when I be pressing these wrong buttons. You know, the DJs got super busy.
Yeah.
The number one song out every summer. We got the flyest guy on earth in the building. Yo, he always come through with something. Them feats, man. We got. You want which side you want to be on? I mean, if you want to be on that side to show your whole fit, we're gonna fix these cameras. Look, yo, y'all see the fit when he's walking through. It's only like two things that was rocking this weekend. It was Beyonce and boxing. And Juvie. Oh, dude. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Juvie set up. Speaking of Juvie, we can get straight to it if you want. Because, I mean, you know, if y'all know, we got the flyest guy on earth in the building right now. And he is the flyest photographer. And you got some dope pictures. Peace to you and the whole team. How was it? Brooklyn Bowl?
Yeah, and Soho House. Yeah, Brooklyn Bowl, Dumbo House, Soho House. It was dope. He's a crazy good performer.
He's a dope performer. I want to see him. I'm mad. He was gonna be at LL Cool J has the concert out.
Rock the Bells?
The Rock the Bells concert. He was supposed to be at the one I had tickets for, the 27th. And they canceled that one. So I don't know if he's gonna be there on the 5th for the next one. But Juvie got them joints. He killed it. Very receptive. New York loves the South. It was proven.
He killed it, man.
This
his energy, like you again. You know how people be rapping over the beat,
yeah.
You know, I mean, the vocal track and all that. Not saying that I remember my lyrics enough not to do it myself.
I wasn't gonna get on you,
but I'm saying,
yeah.
Nah, he just was crazy. Like,
yeah.
Like, yo,
He from the NO. Like, they're known for their live performances. They're known for live bands. They're known their funerals are live.
It reminded me, like, him and Lupe Fiasco are like two of the most surprisingly energetic performers I've ever saw. Like Lupe, you would never think that he got it like that.
I've seen some dope Lupe,
but he got it like that performing.
No doubt. I seen some. How I wasn't taking the pictures.
That was cool. I mean,
yo, this one right, it was cool. That's all.
It was cool.
You don't get excited no more.
I mean,
you've been doing some dope shows. I'm like, do you still get excited when you see these celebrities?
I'm not excited by celebrities. I'm excited to hear the music.
No doubt.
I don't care about the person.
You're still a fan of the music. Slide over a little bit so
yeah.
Make sure we get you in the shot. No doubt. We got you. Yo, any of y'all love y'all ladies and get tickets to that Beyonce concert? I see you got the shirt.
Oh no, I just bought the shirt.
You just bought the shirt? B, you don't love it?
My daughter went.
Okay, that's who counts.
Yeah.
She counts. She had a good time?
Yeah, she said it was fun. Yeah.
That's what it is. Beyonce.
I seen Beyonce a couple years ago.
Beyonce, can we say she's top 2 live performer?
So females or people in general?
People in general. Where do we go with just solo artists?
Michael Jackson.
That's why I say 2, because I was putting Mike at 1.
I heard Chris Brown put on a good show.
I haven't seen Chris Brown for real.
Chris Brown has a good show, but I don't think it's Beyonce.
But
It's really good.
As far as like individual actually doing everything on his own, that's the thing. Like Prince put on a good show, but I don't know. I think R. Kelly had a nice show, but he didn't do dancing.
All of these artists are all very dope. I had someone say with
Kanye
Beyonce.
has a good show.
Who, Kanye? No doubt. I've heard some people say, well, if Aaliyah was still alive.
Well, I still would put Janet Jackson up there.
Absolutely. Janet puts on a dope show. I feel that Beyonce would have been Beyonce in any era. I'm like, I saw when 97 is when she debuted with the group. And now where she is right now, I'm like, yo, how we still fronting on B? You don't have to be a biggest fan. I just want to, how we still fronting on her?
I mean, I actually seen her win fans because
Me too.
I knew women that didn't like her, and then became a fan of her. I don't know if because they got punked with her daily at one point.
No doubt.
Couldn't listen to the radio, but now people don't listen to the radio as much. But you couldn't listen to the radio without hearing one of her songs. And people were like, oh, it's because of Jay-Z, this and that. People trying to down her. Yeah, all of a sudden, she just kept going. Everybody kind of stopped. If you think about it, like at one time, who else was there with her?
Doing it that strong. Peace to Uncle Mike. Peace to my brother Lou. Peace to Coach B, man. Leon, we see you, baby. She is one of the only artists who did not stop since she did not stop.
She was afforded. I mean, she has the budget not to stop either. Like the whole thing is working. Like
it is. It is.
Yeah, because I want to say like, if once you have that blunder.
That what?
That blunder.
You get a point for blunder.
Like in your career, and they don't want to put the money behind you no more.
No doubt.
Then it don't matter how dope you are.
You're right. We had a dope artist. We had shout out to, I think BKS1 was with this one, and because I mean every time I see the general with Chrisette Michelle, was that part of the team? So kind of sorta. Not really. So I mean, it would have been even bigger if it was a BKS1 radio event.
And also, Busta and Puff need to be up there on top performers.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, 50 is a dope performer. If anybody, if you've seen 50 perform, I could not believe how dope 50 was live. I like 50. I'm not saying he's a better performer than Bus, but at this concert I was at, 50 show was, maybe because I'm spoiled. I done seen Bus for years, and it's still the same level of dopeness, but it's not better than Buster. It's Buster's gonna give you Bus every time, consistently. So when I seen 50, I was like, damn, yo, he did something real magical, man.
I actually like LL Cool J's live.
LL gets busy too.
I saw him once. That was pretty good. The
And then
Coca-Cola
Black
Slam
Thought.
Fest.
But the Roots, they count.
Coca-Cola Slam Fest. The Roots don't count because the Roots are Vince Carter. You're not going to get any better than Black Thought in the Roots.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have one more. The Locks are amazing.
Yes, they are.
Well, you said solo at first. Now
Yeah. So see, we talking about other dope people, but I'm talking about just solo artists.
I'm just thinking about concerts that I've been to.
Oh yeah, nah.
The
Absolutely.
Roots are definitely nice.
Nah, yeah. I'm
band
talking
is
about
dope.
strictly solo artists, and I think Beyonce, how you said,
And DMX.
one the people. But the thing is, I can't put an X there because, and this is the reason why. X had a decline. Beyonce ain't had no decline. A lot of artists were. X is one of the illest in his prime. Her prime has been since X was out and then passed away. X was not X on stage. And I say this to all these people.
I saw him in 2015.
I saw him in 2017. And he still wasn't X. I was happy he was still on stage, knew his lyrics. I was happy he was doing that, but he wasn't the X from 98 that I saw at Greek Fest, ripping it down and having the whole.
Them damn drugs, man.
And this is my point. This is my point. She didn't let this fame get to her. Where we've seen countless artists over the years before we were born. The this one and that ones was the Etta James, who was the one that had the Cadillac,
That's her.
Yeah, where you see them succumb to drugs. Beyonce ain't do that, so I'm like, man, we need to start saluting them more while they're here, and I see why she gets this type of love and attention is because of the work that she has put in. And I hope people recognize that. Shout out to Deion Bass on the check-in, man, for real. People sometimes they just think everything is just given. I think because she light-skinned, they just think it's given to her. I don't know.
I think a lot of people didn't like her because they felt like she was put up. Like even before she was proven, she was already put up front.
And she ain't really asked.
And people didn't think she didn't deserve to be put up front like that.
I mean, shit, I've never thought, never thought Destiny Child was going to be what they were.
Nah.
No doubt. They had to earn it. They was not on the level of SWV. They was not on the level of Total when they came out.
They were considered little girls.
Yeah.
Their vocals wasn't taken seriously. But, and they could sing.
You gotta earn it.
The first group, I mean, Michelle, I guess, is all right, but the first two girls that left the group, they were actually good singers, but they couldn't do nothing on their own, as you see. They didn't have it, I guess. That's why Beyonce who she is. She had it, obviously.
When speaking of it, when you have it, yes, Whitney Houston was fire. Yes, Deion. But like I said earlier, you have to maintain for all these years through everything. Rest in peace to Whitney Houston. Beyonce she didn't lose it to drugs. She didn't lose it to this, that, and the third. She's maintaining. So that's why I just want to salute. I don't want to down anybody else. I really don't.
Right.
But I want to salute Beyonce for maintaining through all of this because she's going through issues like everybody. We all go through it. We all do.
Like you said, she just never stopped. Like Brandy was going good, then she had her little issues.
And Beyonce seeing money on another level though.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's bigger than the money. It's the love.
Well, yeah, I mean when you see Blue out there dancing,
yo, that's
the daughter out there killing it.
Yo, that's a good role model right there. That's Blue is not this child right here. They said, it's all peace to all the hairstylists and the barbers out there. No respect for y'all bad little kids who's 4 going on 40, shaking y'all neck. They said, you want to read this, B?
Said, when you've been acting grown all summer, so here's your back to school hairdo.
The finger wave. No little kids should have no finger waves. That is grandma grown right there. That's a lot of gel. I'm not mad that our finger waves back. Finger waves can look right on the right big head, forehead woman, but not on no little baby.
I think you'll see it on occasions, not every day.
Yeah.
I'm about to say some people could just make stuff work.
No doubt. Shout out to all the barbers and the stylists out there. I'm a track guy. When a few weeks ago, we ain't been here in a minute. We're gonna talk about it. Peace to all my track people.
Yeah.
Yes, we definitely talked about Janet Jackson, one of the greatest, and always has dope hairstyles. Sha'Carri Richardson, when she won the 100-meter final after throwing off her wig. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
I like that right there.
I'm thinking you gotta win now.
You gotta win. She putting on the show. It's about putting on a show even when you're in a sport. They're making money. They are entertaining. They put in work just like entertainers, and they get paid like entertainers and the athletes. Athletes entertain us. And to be top on your team, you have to do something even more in a sport that doesn't get in America.
Right.
They don't get the props that I think they deserve. I'm a track person. Shout out to all my track people out there.
Only around the Olympics you start hearing about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But they race all year round. Indoor, all that.
And she's another one who they hated on.
They wrote her off for the most part.
They wrote her
No, I was
off.
gonna say they hated on her. She was wilding a little bit.
I think that's what it was. She was definitely stepping out, doing dumb shit.
I think.
But she was going through something. And shout out to whoever her therapist is.
Mm-hmm.
Because she damn sure went to therapy.
That's good if she did. Somebody
You could
probably
tell.
made her-
I think she needed to show another side of. I think she was great for the sport, showing personality.
Well, I just think that she was going through some time where she was experiencing grief and didn't know how to go through it or channel it, and it just all came out at the same time and it looked bad. But I don't think she was never a bad person.
I think she just got caught smoking weed. That was kind of simple for
And
me.
then some people.
No, but the stuff after that.
Some people try to give her
Oh, was
advice. Some celebrities,
Yeah.
she kind of didn't take kindly to it. Like so that
Yeah, she had some media training.
that kind of threw some people off. Like, well, you got this respected athlete trying to tell you to chill, and you're like, "F you, don't get mind your business." That kind of made people not like her.
And you know what we love is the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Her being villainized and saying, "Man, F y'all,"
Right.
is why she's still. When you're unapologetically you, and it doesn't work for everybody, you still have to win. You still have to win. I think that's what kind of made her even bigger. I look at a Dennis Rodman. When he changed his hairstyle up, turned it to the pink, started getting a little bit crazier.
Yeah.
Now, he lost his focus at one point, but
When? No, he didn't.
he did lose at one point.
In
When he
San
was playing
Antonio?
for Dallas.
Oh, he was at the end of his career, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At one point,
Oh,
he
I
lost
thought
it.
you was talking about like in his
No,
prime.
no, in his prime, what I loved about it, thank you for bringing it back though. When he changed his hairstyles, went from San Antonio like to the Bulls and everything, like he started coming out in a way like in the media where they're looking at him like, yo, he bugging, he crazy, got all these different hairstyles, all this stuff that's changing him. But what they put against him is what worked for him, being an individual. And he shifted the game through hair. Him, AI, shifted the game through hair. Everyone's wearing braids now. It's sometimes you have to not be that formally trained person to get that attention and get that, because it's hard to not care. B, we was just talking about the other day. The art of not giving a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard.
It's a skill.
It's a skill set. I said, B, how you stay looking good? He's like, yo, it's the art. It's the discipline of doing it. Because you see a lot of people stressing because they stressing about how another person is perceiving them. And it can get you. It could definitely get you. You know, another shout out to, I just saw this the other day. It said African American writer and poet Maya Angelou is now the first black woman on a U.S. court. She was unapologetic on how she felt, how she wrote, how she lived her life.
That's nice. A lot of people, she's controversial.
Very.
Some black people didn't like her.
But we've spoken about this on the show.
Yeah,
she was a madam. She was a
definitely-
great poet. She was everything. She was everything.
She definitely says she made some people mad sometimes.
She did.
Just like Bill Cosby did.
Yes, he did.
Just like Dick Gregory. A few of them out there. What's his name? Paul Mooney.
Piece of quiche on the check-in. Yeah, they spoke their mind and then said, so, what you gonna do? You gonna cry about it? You gonna disagree, agree? This is how I feel and I stand on it.
Right.
I respect people who can respectfully, even if it's a little bit disrespectfully, just stand on how they felt.
Especially when they're considered what they want to call elder.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of let them say what they
Yeah, you
want.
don't. You don't. I done asked some elders get on me, where it's like,
I mean, you can.
You
take
might not like it.
You're not gonna change how they think. So
Mm-mm.
no matter what you say, they're not gonna care. So you just listen. You don't have to listen to it. You just be like, yeah, okay. But if I said, I wouldn't even respond to it. Cause you know they're gonna stand on it.
they definitely
You ain't
are.
changing their mind.
It's not. I don't think it's about changing your mind, but I don't think it's okay to just be disrespecting people because you're older.
I don't
It's
know if
not.
they were disrespect. I think they were just
saying how they felt.
how it is saying stuff that was like not popular. Like you don't want to hear a prominent black person talk about. You know, it's kind of like you talking about in public, like you're airing out dirty laundry. Like, but everybody see what's going on anyway.
Well, no, I don't have a problem with that.
That's why I said people was having a problem with that. Oh, you chastising us in front of the white folks, stuff like that. And like people just felt like it was like race going against their own people. But in actuality, they weren't. But people don't like to hear the truth.
I don't think people like hypocrites.
Well, that could be it.
They don't like hypocrites. People don't.
No, yeah, because
That was Bill Cosby.
yeah. I think because people looking back at it now.
Because he didn't stand on his. If they call you out on it, he never stood on it and addressed it head up. I think if he had, maybe wouldn't be where he is. Or he home though, right? I Bill home.
Yeah, they still trying to get him.
Oh man,
They still trying to get him.
that Bill Cosby.
I think he's supposed to be like legally blind now.
I'm not even sure. Another man who stands on there is that I respect. Stephen A. Smith. They said Stephen A. definitely used to say, "Yo, why y'all act like gentlemen? Let these ladies eat first at the barbecue." Did he have that Trey Styles?
They got the vest on.
The vest on.
The mock net.
He does look like he was at that barbecue. That was y'all. I wanted one of them ribs. I ain't gonna lie.
That's the club days.
That is the club
Yeah,
day.
he probably got on some patent leather shoes too.
Got the hook part.
Yeah,
Yo.
that's the dress up days. You go to school dressed up.
His hairline is 3 inches behind where it is right there. Young Stephen A. But shout out to Stephen A. because he's one person who stands on his and can really shake feathers with a lot of people out there.
He's starting to reinvent himself a little bit on his podcast. I don't know how much longer he's going to. I think that money always keep him on TV mainstream, but I think he's really starting to like the freedom of saying whatever he wants.
Well, because on TV he's a character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care for him on TV, but I understand it.
His podcast, he's a completely different person.
What kind of feel is he giving on the podcast?
He's talking like he in the barbershop. No filter. He's cursing and saying, basically you can see he's happy. Like he said, basically you see him on ESPN, it's like, yeah, he playing a role. He not really saying what he want to say. It's like scripted. In the podcast, he's just talking about anything. He's not even talking about sports half the time.
That's a good thing. The being allowed to have freedom of speech is a great thing. You know, sometimes we always can't say how we feel. We gotta bite our tongue a little bit too much sometimes.
I see what he's doing. If he's not talking about sports, then he auditioning for something bigger.
Yeah, that's what
He
I'm
might
saying. I said he's not even talking about sports. I say he's definitely reinventing himself.
I mean, some stuff gonna be opening up later.
Cause he's talking
Major network.
Yep.
Is Tubi a major network?
Yeah.
Y'all be watching Tubi?
Everybody's starting to watch it just because they want to see what everybody else is talking about.
I have never once saw anything on it.
Especially low. I mean, it's low budget. That's all I can say.
You want to read this one, B?
The nigga who owned Tubi got to be the DVD man from back in the day.
Do y'all think he is the DVD? Is this Umar's? Shout out to everybody in Plainfield who know Umar's.
It's crazy because Marcus Houston and those guys got a lot to do with some of the movies that's on there.
Yo.
Chris Stokes.
Yeah?
Chris Stokes, Marcus Houston, they're like producing and directing these things. Erica Mena is in like a bunch of them.
I just watched the Erica Mena joint the other day.
She got like 6-7 movies on there.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my Tubi on. Like, it's one of them guilty pleasures.
I think if Tubi is not public, I don't know if they're privately owned or if they're on the stock market, but with the Writers Guild striking and all that,
Yeah.
I think people could get some good shit off on Tubi.
That's Tubi right now?
That's what everybody's saying. You can literally, if you're a filmmaker, this is now. It's the time.
Now is the time.
Hell yeah.
Peace to everybody who doing them independent films. Shout out to my boy Bobby Stone. I was in a couple of them joints. Movement Movie. Make sure y'all check that out on Bobby Stone Network on YouTube. Part 1, 2, and 3.
Like you said, the act. I mean, some of them be so outrageous, man. It's just hard not to look at it. But you just be like, this ain't real. Like this is. You looking at it like, yo, real, somebody really made this movie. It's like, yeah, this is it. We gonna cut.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll be watching it. I'll be feeling like I know.
No, I watch.
I ain't gonna say I'll be watching it, but I'll watch.
But see, I'm
one and a half.
I'm the type of person where I've always watched bootleg movies. Not
Me
mean
too.
not mean bootleg as far as the quality. I mean like always watch those B movies, C movies.
No doubt.
I've always done it. So watching these is just funny sometimes. You like, man, this is definitely low budget.
I'll be the one knowing the whole plot from soon as I hear it. It's like, oh, this was gonna happen at the end, and then I know it, and I'm like, I must still watch it till I see what's gonna happen at the end.
It's a bunch of hood movies. It's really
It is a
what
bunch of hood movies.
That's what it is. I mean, the only ones that Erica Mena is the only ones that they're trying to be serious. Like the ones that she's playing in, they're not like the hood movies.
Shikari gonna be in one of them Tubi movies.
Oh man,
Y'all can see Shikari in them joints. Beyonce, her acting is Tubi-ish. She ain't gonna hear that shit.
What was that? What was that one? What was that? Carmen. But Carmen was a musical. Right?
I liked Carmen. Carmen was dope.
That was a
Hip
musical.
hopper.
Yes, Carmen was dope.
That was a musical.
Beyonce acting wasn't really that.
What's the other one? Austin Powers.
I didn't like her in Austin Powers though. I liked her in that.
Austin Powers. What else she was in?
I ain't like her in the one with Stringer Bell.
The Obsessed joint.
Yeah, I ain't like her in Stringer Bell joint. I liked her in
Bell.
Austin Powers, and I liked her in the other joint.
Carmen.
And Carmen. Carmen one of my favorite joints.
I haven't seen the whole thing. I think I only watched part of it.
Carmen was good.
That was year 2000.
I liked her in that. Rod Digger was in that too. It was a good one.
But you gotta like musicals though, 'cause they bust out them songs in the middle of the conversation and starts rapping and singing.
I think I had these shoes in year 2000. B. We was just talking about when the era
That
when you
Diesel
had
era? Ooh,
that
that's
era. See, we were talking about that era when you was dressing, and it was like, are you having the right style?
Right.
You got bouncers who really don't know how to dress, telling you what you should wear. And when you get in the club, peace to Rondi on the check-in, peace to E-Money on the check-in. I'm like, they was making us wear these bowling shoes, these soft bottoms, thinking that we wasn't gonna wild out with the soft bottoms on. And we had it on. Jeans super baggy. When you could wear jeans but with your dress shirt. I did not like when Jay-Z made us wear button ups. He didn't make us. But that shift of style.
He took the Fabulous style off.
Yeah, the shift of style was, it started that. It wasn't a smooth transition for clothes from the sneakers and the Timbs and the Forces to when you want to go out at night. And you're forced to wear these. What was all the names of it?
Those some diesels right
The
there.
diesels, you had the diesels, you had the
Mountain Gear.
all them
Lugs.
Oh yeah, man. They just don't get a cheap pair of shoes. We just had this conversation about inexpensive and cheap. Cheap shoes hurt your feet.
Yeah.
You can have a good pair of shoes, but they can't be cheap, man. I did not. Yeah, that was a weird time. That was a weird time right there, man. You know, what back then they had a song that we used to love in relationships. Shout out to everybody who got their good summer love going on right now, and you got a good woman to hold you down. That was Ride or Die chick. That was the song. And I'm looking at this beam right there, and I'm like, does he have a Ride or Die chick with this one right now? It says, hear me out. A food truck that sells chicken sandwiches. I'll park it next to Chick-fil-A and only be open on Sundays, and I'll call it Side Chick. Now I laughed when I first saw that. But I ain't gonna lie, I kind of thought about it again. It's like, yo, that sound kind of alright.
If you could actually get permission to park next to a Chick-fil-A.
If you could. Because if y'all don't know, it is closed on Sunday.
Yep.
Is it enough women out there? After the stimmies and everything came out, are women still believing in it? They still got good women like Soup because she hold it down with Family Flavor. Do they still have good women out here supporting their man? Anybody on checking? Y'all know? Anybody? Ain't no good women on the checking? Won't say nothing. Look, something that y'all can lay down.
Good women
Of course, there's some good ones.
Yeah.
Peace to y'all good ones holding it down. Supporting their man. Supporting their dreams. The stuff that they do out there. it was, and maybe that might happen one day. He might open it up. How was the guy who fought this weekend?
Errol Spence and Crawford.
Spencer and Crawford.
Errol Spence.
Yeah, Spence, I'm bad. I always call him Spencer. Errol Spence and Crawford.
How supportive was his lady? This is why I can't be a boxer.
Yeah.
Because that might happen.
Yeah, it's an awkward situation, I would imagine, to have to be humble, not humble, but
No, that's super humble.
have to just be like, look, face all beat up and your girl looking at you like, dang.
In front of your girl.
You
Brawl
said,
for it all.
you said though, you fight long enough, I would imagine if everybody's not Mayweather. You fight long enough,
Everyone's not Mayweather.
You'll get tapped sooner or later.
Did y'all see that coming?
No, not that one-sided. No, not at all. Thought it would be a better fight. To be honest with you, it was entertaining because it's still some hard shots being made.
I like knockouts.
But it was definitely wasn't what I thought. I thought
do
it'd
like
be a back and
knockout.
forth. I thought it'd be a back and forth fight to maybe not 10 round 10. Somebody might have got knocked out. But I didn't think it was gonna be just beat him up every round.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a big night in Vegas. Big night in Vegas, man. You do not want to be the one to get whooped in front of.
Because they built it as the biggest fight since Pacquiao
That's what I was
Mayweather.
hearing.
So for it to go down like it went down, a lot of people was like, wow. Yeah.
That's what I was hearing. You and you're in a sport that you're holding it down by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we was talking about solo artists earlier, we talking about Beyonce, talking about Juvenile. Was Juvenile on stage by himself? Did he have any of the Hot Boys?
He had his son on stage.
Had his son on stage.
And really, he didn't need him.
It's amazing that you just said he had his son. I'm watching, and that's so dope. Just how we was talking about how Blue was on stage with Beyonce. A few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, we had Beyonce on the show, Bobby, Trey, and Shuggy, and we were speaking about Kim Kardashian and what was worse. Was it Kanye or Kim? Kanye's behavior? What's gonna be like? What's gonna be worse for the outcome of the children? Kanye's behavior or Kim's porno? Kim was saying the porno is not gonna be as hurtful to them as his behavior. So I'm watching Netflix this past week, and I looked at it was Anna Nicole Smith. Y'all remember her?
Yep.
Watching Anna, I'm not sure if y'all saw her documentary, but we all see how her life turned out.
Yeah, I saw it.
And at one point she had the reality show, and her son was on it. And in the documentary, they were saying how her son was getting teased in school, saying, I saw your mama's tits. And he never had company at his house. Never had company at his house, and you're a teenager. Now you're growing up to be a young teenager, and now you're getting hooked on the pills, you're getting overdosing on the alcohol, and he wound up dying a young age because you're dealing with all this trauma because you see the behavior that your mom has on TV and everyone else is seeing it too. And you're actually living that life. I'm watching Earthquake on what was he on Drink Champs. And when Earthquake was on Drink Champs, he was speaking about, I'm on stage for an hour. I'm selling jokes. 30 minutes, I'm selling jokes. Earthquake the comedian. And I'm doing it by myself. You're not going to see reality shows of me. You're not going to see who I'm dating online. Because it's not that I can't take it. Maybe my son can't take it. So I care about how my son feels. Peace to my brother Saif, man, on the Check It. So he cares about how his son feels, and he know he could sell that. How do y'all feel going back to that subject with it? Like, should because right now these women are selling, a lot of these female MCs are selling horror music.
I mean, so are the men. To be fair.
To be fair. Now, which one is more detrimental?
I mean, it's always going to be the woman. And that when it comes to sex, no kid, and Barry said it last time, you're not going to want to see your mom like that. You can accept your dad doing whatever he's doing. But seeing your mom, because you're not going to see your dad, you're going to hear about your dad. Yeah. Seeing your mom.
Getting popped. Piece to mizzle.
You can't get that out of your head.
You can't get that out of your head. Are women having enough responsibility?
Think about it like this: if a woman cheated on her husband, he can't get that out of his head.
He can't.
So what the hell you think is going to happen to a kid?
I mean, I agree, and it's not even about me agreeing or disagreeing. I just wanted to put it out there, but I do agree.
Like you said, the thing is that he or she knows. A lot of people seen it.
Yo, a lot of people seen it.
You know, that's the thing. Like, everywhere you go, you're going to be looking at people like, do they know that's my mom? Like,
or you have to have enough money to be able to escape that.
Yeah.
The Kardashians might have enough money to escape that.
Is there enough money to escape the trauma? Because does the money start meaning nothing when you're on that level, and especially when you're growing up in it? You're growing up to a degree where, like, yo, I can get all this and that. Who really knows what? Like, do you really still have a good level of understanding what money is? But you do understand what sex is enough.
I wondered, is in her situation, I'm sure other people who did porn, but hers was like really public. It wasn't something like you go and buy. But anyway, could you imagine how is she gonna? Think she gonna have to tell them?
Which one? For Anna?
No, I'm talking about
Kim.
Is she gonna have to?
Well, she already found out. The kids already found out. I think through the I think it was like playing Roblox or whatever them kids was playing. They already found out, and I'm like, this is the same thing that has happened because somebody else is gonna do this same cycle. It's another woman that's gonna do the same cycle, and when I'm seeing the way this rap music is now, it's just going to get more sexual, more profitable, and.
But do you think the sex tapes are as wowing as it was when she did it?
No.
Like now,
it's more normal.
Yeah, now I don't think you can really get famous from it. I don't think you can. I think the timing was perfect for her.
You know, I don't. That's a great question.
Because now somebody, you know, a lot of people try to do the quote unquote leak. Somebody leaked the sex tape, and nobody like, yeah, all right, and just keep it moving. Like,
well, you're already famous. If you're leaking it, probably.
Like, can that break you to be a artist again, or to be a not an artist but a famous person again?
I mean, you get attention, but
or more attention and profit.
Yeah, you get attention, but it might not be the right attention. Like Sukihana does all that stuff.
Who that?
Some wild woman.
Oh, good Lord.
She be wild.
Damn, somebody drop a clip on Sukihana.
You don't want to drop no clip on Sukihana on no Facebook.
Oh, maybe I don't. I don't want this to get flagged. Don't drop it.
She is the representative for ratchet.
She doing porn, and rapping.
And rapping.
Yeah.
So it's not working for her.
She famous.
She getting attention.
She famous.
No, but it ain't helping. I mean, it helped a little bit. I mean, it ain't.
She definitely has a certain group of people that like her.
Yeah, but you ain't Cardi B. Like,
no.
You ain't getting radio burn like Sexy Red.
No.
Even Sexy Red is ratchet as hell, but.
Or Megan.
I wouldn't put Megan in that category.
I think people thought she started off in that category talking about. I think she kind of veered off.
Nah, she was rapping when she first.
Well, she was, but she was talking about having sex though. I guess that's all women.
I mean,
do.
I don't say all. Yeah, I would say like, that ain't nothing new.
It's not nothing new. It's not nothing new. Like it's not always the worst thing. When I talk about her being a madam, I'm talking about Maya Angelou. She was selling women with sex. That was part of her lifestyle at one point. She is on the quarter. You can level up in life. You don't always just have to be stuck. There's other ways to level up. But she leveled up with talent.
Speaking of which, they cloned Tyrone.
They who?
They cloned Tyrone.
Yeah. Tyrone.
That's Jamie Foxx movie on Netflix.
Did you see that movie?
Oh, I was like, what you talking about? No, They Cloned Tyrone. What's that about?
I won't say what it's about, but one of the women, the woman in the movie, you just made me think of her and her trajectory.
What was the movie about? We got to say the plot. I mean, what took place, but what is the premise of it a little bit?
The premise has nothing to do with what my point is. What I'm talking about is like you could be a whore and your trajectory can still be something greater than that.
Absolutely, because to me, it's just a sexual act. Sometimes it's more than sex than somebody in their life. No, just want to y'all let me know how y'all feel. I don't know. It's more out there. I was talking to somebody. They were talking about the co-signing of men and women in rap, and I don't even know who Ice Spice song. I don't really know who she is. If she has a cosign, this and that. And the guy was like, yo, she doesn't have no cosign. She one of the only women with rap without a cosign. Is that true?
She has one now because she got Nicki.
Yeah, she got Nicki. That's what I'm about to say.
So she has a woman cosign.
Yeah.
So she was saying a male cosign.
Before that, no.
Mm-mm.
No.
Can we say that?
Or if she does, it was behind the scenes.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel everyone who raps, you got to have somebody co-signing behind the scenes, regardless who it is. Did Eve really have a male co-sign?
Yeah.
To be successful? If so, who? I'm asking because
you signed to Dr. Dre.
You're signed to Dr. Dre. But Dr. Dre didn't even drop her. I think she did it all on her own because of her own talent. Of course, you gotta have.
Oh yeah, I'm not taking away from her talent.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by that. So when the guy said, I'm like, is Ice Spice really that big of a talent? I don't see.
I can see her
Queen Latifah having a male cosign.
I can see Ice Spice getting better, and she's not terrible. She's not bad.
She's young too.
She has talent. She has talent.
So she has talent, but she's not doing anything that we haven't seen before, as far as having a male cosign.
Well, she had a different type of style. Her delivery is different. She's not loud. She's like even kill. Her whole rap is like monotone almost.
Do y'all think that? Well, I'm gonna say what I wish I can see again is our hip hop artists getting these major deals again. When I'm watching Eve, I'm like, yo, I forgot she even had a show.
She didn't. Her story. She didn't like. She wanted to get out of the music business.
She wanted to get out of music.
Yeah, she didn't like it.
Some people can't take it, and she still flirted with. And she's back performing again, just like Lauren is back performing again. I'm like, are these people going to come back? Or are they going to be on Tubi and get that momentum and energy again, going independent?
I mean, if you love what you love, you'll end up doing it again. It's just. You might not just want to be in the business part of it.
Yeah, I think people still rooting for Lauryn Hill. They still want her to back.
Safe
she
said.
Gone, man.
No, she performed at the Roots concert. I heard she did.
No, I mean, she performed, but what I'm saying is what you want from her is she's going.
Yeah,
gone.
I said people still, they anticipated one day she just going to snap back out. I said, nah, she going to snap back. That's why people still go to her shows, even though they know she's going to be late.
I saw her in 2010 kill it. She killed it. Super dope show. It wasn't what people expected. Safe Man said Ice Spice did have a Drake moment, though. Drake is definitely a co-signer for all these new artists. They always picking the right people. It's 50 years of hip-hop.
Well, he did that.
Yeah, it's 50 years. Everyone that doesn't have these budgets that they used to have. I hear a lot of complaints. Yo, man, rap ain't what it used to be. Rap ain't this and that. Is it really that rap ain't what it is, or the budgets of promoting rappers? It's not the same.
You just gotta go find what you like. That's all.
Because I'm watching.
At the end of the day, that's all you gotta do. Go find what you like.
So many people that we used to like. I'm watching Talib Kweli. Talib got so many different projects with styles, with this one, that one. I'm watching Havoc. Havoc has all these collab albums. It seemed like a lot of more artists who had fame from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, the ones who really care about the art, they're more accessible now, and they're putting out way more projects than ever before.
Well, it's like just being in the streets. Like it's just selling mixtapes. That's how you gotta look at it. You cut out the middleman. You selling mixtapes. It's the Master P era again.
Master B ever again. Is it good for the sport? You got Syfe, man, who has great music. Make sure y'all follow him and check his music too. How do y'all find it as being a fan though? Do y'all have the same interests?
No,
I don't, cause I don't see it as much.
I find myself still
but it's just
listening
not.
to
It's
old
not
shit.
for me.
Yeah. It's only a couple of people, like I say, I can listen to some of it. Like, I like Lil Baby. I can listen to him. Few people, but all in all, I find myself listening to the shit I've been like.
Well, it's a problem with the community. It's not a. I don't even think it's a music problem. It's a community problem. You don't
Speak about it.
You don't allow people to age and grow and become more mature.
And that's what I was feeling. I'm like, can we still like new Outkast? Can we still like new Q-Tip? Can we? It was hard for us to like Q-Tip with Vibrant thing for a minute because
I don't understand.
Because we love something so much. No, and it was dope. It was rocking.
Vibrant thing, fire.
It was rocking.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of hard, but we didn't love a Fife, or does it just matter on the quality of the music?
Yeah, I think like you
It's
said,
more so the quality.
on that, I think on that aspect it was. You said talking about Fife.
Yeah,
And he was trying to go on his own.
yeah.
I think people got, you know, you know how it is when you the second singer in the group, and you try to go solo.
Damn, Kelly.
And it's like, yeah, it's like you got fans, but they used to seeing you really be I would say, a Robin. I don't want to mean it like that, but it's kind of, I had a feeling Fife wasn't gonna.
Yeah, the feeling was.
Yeah, and that's what he was. And take the truth. I loved Fife,
And I love Fife.
but it just seemed like on his own, he didn't have the it like Q-Tip did.
Well, because he wasn't progressive sonically.
Yeah,
He didn't create his own sound, and he still rapped the same.
right.
Throughout.
His flow didn't change, nothing. That's the problem with a lot of these older ones. That's the difference between Jay-Z and Big Daddy Kane, and like Jay-Z progressed, like
He did.
he evolved. Those other people didn't evolve.
I think that's what made Consequence so essential in the group when he got in Tribe, because his flow was just crazy. His flow was crazy, and his flow was still crazy till this day. Like, Cons still has it. You know, they went through a lot of turmoil with Tribe. And they had a public breakup that was nasty. And it was actually documented in a movie. They didn't think they was gonna break up in the movie, and they talk about that. A lot of these groups, a lot of collectives go through it. A lot of friends go through it in life. Peace to Tiffany Lax. And I was reading this right here. You want to read this one, B?
Many of you aren't depressed. You just mentally outgrown people around you, and as a result, you feel alienated.
I look at certain friendships that I've had, certain relationships that I've had. Now, mind you, I don't feel depressed. Let me say that right now. But I think it's healthy to move on if you outgrow people and not feel guilty about doing that. Is that okay to say? I ask y'all because I respect y'all opinion. It's because I've had this part right here, and it's talk about manipulation. Manipulation is when they blame you for your reaction to their disrespect. Got this from my brother Bobby Stone.
Yeah, that's they call it. That's the new word now, gaslighting. So that's basically
You get a point for gaslighting.
That's basically what it is, trying to downplay.
Gas.
Yeah.
Huh?
Gaslighting.
Yeah,
Gaslighting.
Yeah, that's what they call it. I keep hearing that shit over and over. Gaslighting. You know, people. You know, how we get a new word, boy, we kill it.
Yeah.
But it's all it is like, you know, somebody downplaying your complaint. So that's like if I get upset and somebody say, "Oh, you doing too much." You basically now you're trying to spin it like I'm out of control and downplaying what my issue is. And that's manipulation. You're trying to get me to feel like what I'm doing is extra when I'm actually trying to get my point across, trying to make me feel bad.
I'm like, can we have feelings still? Are we that detached that where feelings can't be?
I'm very impartial on that. I don't know how. I have mixed feelings on what Barry just said.
On what part?
I don't feel like it's always gaslighting, man.
No,
I'm saying this is the word
this is what people are
using.
saying.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. Is it? I've had situations where someone, I'm like, y'all, you disrespecting me one too many times, and I'm just good, not living life around you. If I don't want to kick it if you keep kicking me in the back. Why would I still want to be around you? If I constantly would have an issue with somebody,
Right.
why would I still want to remain an active friend? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, because then I think I'll be gaslighting. If I say, yo, B, you know what he did? Yo, T, know what he did? He be like, yo, this is like the 8th know what he did to you. So when you start listening to yourself, like, yo, this is the 8th know what he did. And I get about good 5 of them every year for 8 years. Know what he did.
Like you said, how many times you gonna get hit in the face before you duck?
Before you duck. This is for people that are watching. I don't care if it says something about day ones. And it said day ones aren't just the people that you grew up with and you knew since you were born. They're the people that didn't change on you. They acted the same way, been good to you, respectful, since the first day that y'all been around each other.
Right. And you've been there for each other.
And you've been there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Day ones is not just because y'all was in the sandbox. It doesn't always mean that. Respect to get you far out here in life. And disrespect can get you cut. Just want to put it out there.
Yeah.
It happens like that in life. It's good to be.
Disrespect will not be tolerated.
It should not be tolerated at all. We've been here with BKS1 Radio for so long and have a great time. I think it's because of respect. Soup does not mind my what do you call it, lateness sometimes? Soup. What tardiness. She works with us. You know what I'm saying? Some people, because we're respectful. If we were disrespectful people and a little tardy,
Just the start time is fluid.
it's fluid. I like that. I like that. Respect will get you far in life, and disrespect will not get you that far. Like, I'm just trying to let y'all people know, man. I don't know. Sometimes I ain't want to get in my feelings. I just had to put it out there. Had to put this out here. Said you can only watch one movie 1 year, a black movie. Because, right now it's the Tubi era. But we got this. It's just from 1990 to 1999. And y'all could pick one. One of these years. I think.
Just looking at it from a glance, I got to go 91.
You going 91?
Mm-hmm.
91 got House Party, got Boys in the Hood, 5 Heartbeats, New Jack City, and Strictly Business. That was a dope time.
I mean, New Jack and
I'm going
Boys
92.
You going 92? Jules?
See that Boys in the Hood and that
Boys
New
in the
Jack.
Hood was.
Those are two, and then the 5 Heartbeats. They're classics.
Yo, some classics.
It's between 92 and 99 for me.
92 and 99. We got Juice, Class Act, More Money. Ooh, that More Money. Boomerang, Malcolm X. Yo, 99 got In Too Deep, The Best Man, The Wood, and Life. The Wood is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Easily.
One of my favorites of all time. I think I'm going with that. And I said 94 before, just because, I ain't gonna lie, Jada had me with Jason's Lyric. He had Bud the Rim was my joint, but yeah, I'm going with that. See, but 99, I'm going with 92. I'm going with 92. 92 was a special year, especially when they got Malcolm X when that came out. B, was you was still in
92?
I
was still in high school.
Did they make y'all go see it too?
Malcolm X, no. I was like my senior year, so
they probably wasn't making high school kids?
I think it came out in the summer of my senior year.
Nah, I remember it came out specifically in November.
Okay.
November.
Nah.
So I'm like, was you in whatchamacallit yet?
No, they didn't. I was out, and I was in college then.
No doubt.
Yeah, if it came out in November, I can't remember. I remember going to the movies to watch it.
I remember they all the Plainfield students had to go. It was like a field trip, mandatory, that you had to see Malcolm X. And, we loving it because I'm like, we get to leave school, go to Blue Star, go check a new movie out. Was watching peace to all my Brooklyn people, watching Spike Lee talk about his journey becoming a filmmaker. And when he started, it makes me think about you, TJ. But I think you're better than what you always say. He said he was one of the worst people in his class when he went to film school. But when he went to film school, he thought he could make it because he saw someone else in front of him actually get recognition. I forgot what director it was. T, do you feel that when whether it be you or even some of the people that you saw prior to you when it comes to photography, like, yo, if this one do it, I could do it. Like when you see an Mel, when you see who was the first one? I can't think in Hoboken. Tone. That ever come across with you, or you?
No, I never thought about it at all with Tone. It was Mel.
It was Mel. Yeah. Talking about Mel D. Cole, he was like, yo, if he could do it, I could.
Not even if he could do it, I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna do that.
That's what you said?
I said that to him.
Before you even picked up a camera?
I might have had a camera, but I'm gonna do that, though.
No doubt. Yeah, but you saw his success.
I don't even know about the success. I just it just looked cool.
No doubt. Did you feel yourself getting better? Because he said I was one of the worst doing it at the time. I want people to understand when you're doing whatever you're doing when it comes to art, you have to put in work. You will get better.
Oh yeah, I was terrible. So yes, absolutely.
And it's paying off.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. What's been getting you sharper?
Just being around other people doing the same stuff.
Do that. When we talking about luck, it ain't gotta be your day ones. We always talk about that.
Shoot, it's like rap. Shoot.
You said it's like rap?
Yeah, it's just like rap. I look at every picture or event like a freestyle.
As far as?
Like, all right, cool. Like, how do I kill this? How do I make this better? Like, and you recap, I could have did this better. You just figure out the next challenge, but it's just like rap.
What's separating you? Because
I wasn't necessarily, I was never bad at rap, but I wasn't like good at it.
You had a talent.
Yeah.
You had a talent. You started with rap. You started having to find your voice. Now, how are you finding your voice with this camera, though?
I'm still figuring it out. That's an everyday thing.
But you have to do it every day.
Often enough, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, when you saw me rapping, I had a notebook and a pen every day.
You did.
If you see me outside, I usually have a camera now.
You got a camera every day. Look, man, I'm just letting people know. And also I want to ask, because I could hardly, it's hard to get this one with questions with him. So I appreciate when you get it in there. And to get sharp, you got to do it every day. Every day. Look, we ain't do the show in a month. You get behind here, be like, look, sometimes you can feel rusty. But know what you got to do? You got to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it again. And you got to do it again. You got to do it again. If you want to be that one, if you want to feel like, look, I am worth getting money for this. If I am worth to have fans from this right here, you got to keep growing. You got to keep doing what you got to do. You got to stay sharp.
It's like you said, it relate to a lot of things.
Everything.
Like coaching. It's a performance that you practice for all week. And then you get out there and you wanted to compete exactly how you drew it up. And not only that, you're competing. That makes it fun.
That's the fun part. It's always to me. To me, it's always about competition.
Best.
It's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people feel like, look, why are you competing? Yo,
Especially when it's mental. It's mental for you as the coach.
yes.
But you're watching your players, they have their own battles. And you're looking across the field at the coach over there like, yeah, I wonder what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I got something for you. Like, that's the fun part. But like you said, you can't be a good coach if you don't practice, if you don't study.
And love what you're doing.
Every day, all day long. Drawing the plays in your head, strategies. And after a while, you don't even have to think anymore. It come natural.
You right about that one. You right about that one. We're gonna end this one up. We're gonna be back next week. We're gonna have some guests coming soon. Appreciate everybody every week on the check-in. Shout out to LW Customs for the Beards N Baldheads shirts. Peace to the team. Peace to Punchy. Soup on the other side. Peace to the General. We are Beards N Baldheads. We're gonna see y'all next week.